A big hello to you all, children. Wish you all a happy day. So, today, children, we will have one activity related to map work. Map work, you all know, children, is a very important part of geographical studies. Map work help us to know the exact location of different places. It gives us the idea about the different types of geographical conditions in different parts of the world. Map work is a very important part of your syllabus, children. Generally, I have found that children just neglect map work, thinking that we can easily leave those few marks that are allotted for map work in the examination. But children, this map work doing is very easy, and if you follow, children, the map work, even if you do not have interest in the subject, if you follow map work, children, your learning will become very easy. That's why we always say that geography must always be accompanied with the study of map in the atlas. Now, children, today we will do the map work of drainage chapter. Though a lot of reduction is there in your syllabus, as we are not doing the theory portion of this chapter, but still I have done some of the important terms that has come across in this chapter, because when I will refer to them in future, you will not understand them if you do not follow them now. Similarly, children, in case of these rivers, first I will discuss the flow of these rivers that we will be doing for map work, and then we will do the map work. So the first river system that we will do is the Indus River system. This Indus River system belongs to the Himalayan river system. In fact, children, this Himalayan river system in our country covers the Indus River and its tributaries, the Ganga River and its tributaries, and also the Brahmaputra River and its tributaries. But this year in your syllabus, children, we will simply have to do 3 rivers in the Himalayan river system. One is the Indus River, the second one is the Satluj River, the third one is the Ganga River. Okay, only these 3 rivers we will be doing in the Himalayan river system. Sometimes, children, the rivers are given to locate. Sometimes the river is already located. You simply have to identify the river. But as it is not fixed very much, so it's better, children, that you know, you learn to draw the course of these rivers. So the first river is the Indus River system. Now, Indus is a river system which has 5 main tributaries in India. The tributaries of this Indus, the bigger tributaries of Indus in India are Jhelum, Chenab, Ravi, Beas and Satluj. Now, this Indus River originates from a place which lies in Tibet, and that is outside India. And then it enters our country and flows between a deep, narrow gorge. Gorge, I have already taught you, I have drawn and taught you that it's a narrow V-shaped valley between 2 mountain ranges. Now, which are these 2 ranges? These 2 ranges are Ladakh on one side and the Jaskar range in the southern side. So this river, now after entering India, flows between the Ladakh and the Jaskar ranges. and because it is a gorge, there are different tributaries of this Indus River which come down the Ladakh mountain range and also the Jaskar mountain range, and they join this Indus in this hilly area. They are like Hunza, Nubra, Shyok. So these smaller tributaries continue to add water to the Indus River, and the river continues its journey through the mountainous region of Jammu and Kashmir and the Ladakh Union Territory. Now, after almost coming to the northwestern part of our country, this river comes out and enters into Pakistan. After flowing for a certain distance in Pakistan, it enters the plain area, and here it is joined by several tributaries of the Indus River, and these tributaries have mostly originated from India, like Jhelum, Chenab, Ravi, Beas. Satluj. Satluj, of course, have not originated from India, but it also flows across India and joins this Indus River, making it an enormous river and a voluminous river. After that, this river flows southward and joins this Arabian Sea, forming a huge delta. And this delta is formed just east of Karachi. Karachi is a very important port of Pakistan, a very, very busy port of Pakistan. So this Indus River is quite a voluminous river and travels a long distance over 3 countries, China, India and Pakistan, and then it reaches the Arabian Sea. The second river that we will do in this Himalayan river system, is the Satluj River. Now, Satluj River also originates from a place which lie outside India, very close to Lake Mansarovar, and then it enters flowing through the Himalayan ranges, cutting across the Himadri, the Himachal and the Shivalik ranges. It passes through our Himachal Pradesh as well as our Punjab. There are 2 important dams here constructed on this river. So we have the famous Vakra Nangal Dam on this Satluj River, and then this river enters into Pakistan, and this joins the Indus River and continues its onward journey as a part of the Indus River. The third river that we will be doing in this is the Ganga river system. Now, we will of course not do the tributaries of Ganga river, so I will simply not use the word system, I will use the word river Ganga. Now children, this Ganga river is formed of combination of 2 rivers. One is the Alaknanda, the other is the Bhagirathi. Here children, you must have heard the mythological story that it was Saint Bhagirathi who had carried out a long penance, and it was he who brought down Ganges to the earth. And this Bhagirathi river and the Alaknanda river in the Himalayas in Uttarakhand joins together at a place known as Dev-Prayag, and they form the river Ganges or the Ganga. In fact, this Bhagirathi comes out from a cave, and that cave is known as Gomukh. Why? Because it appears like the mouth of a cow. So the term Gomukh has been used, and it is the Gangotri glacier that provides water to this Bhagirathi river. And the Bhagirathi continues its journey, and in the hills of Uttarakhand itself it is joined by this Alaknanda. Both of them joins at Devprayag, which is in the hilly area of mountainous area of Uttarakhand, and both of them join together at a place known as Haridwar. And sorry children, both of them enters the plain in Haridwar. Both of them joins in Devprayag, but it enters the plain in Haridwar. Haridwar is also located in Uttarakhand. Both this place, Devprayag, where this Alaknanda and Bhagirathi is joining, it is in the Uttarakhand, but it is in the hilly mountainous area of Uttarakhand. In Haridwar, it enters the plain area. Haridwar is also in Uttarakhand, children. And then this river Ganga continues its journey over the plain areas of Uttar Pradesh. This huge river, this mighty river, covers a huge length of distance, flowing over our Uttar Pradesh, then our Bihar, then West Bengal, and then it enters into Bangladesh. After it enters Bangladesh, the name of Ganga changes to Padma, and after flowing for a certain distance in Bangladesh, it is joined by the mighty Brahmaputra river, and then again the name changes to Meghna. But in India, we will be using the term Ganga. Before entering Bangladesh, this river divides into distributaries, and the first distributary of this river is known as Hooghly. This is the river that you see in Kolkata, and the Howrah Bridge is constructed over this Hooghly river. So children, your basic concept about these three rivers is, I think, clear. Now let me move on to the map work of these three Himalayan river system. We will use a separate map for the peninsular river system, and that we will do the next day. Now children, first let us do the note down the index of this Himalayan river system. So we have these three rivers. First you all write down index, write down Himalayan river system, and then number 1 is Indus, number 2 is Satluj, and number 3 is Ganga. So this much will be there only for your index. Okay, so today we will draw these three rivers. So first let us start from the Indus river system. So although I have drawn it roughly, I will also draw along with you. Now for this Indus river, children, you will have to originate from here. Okay, this is the boundary of India, and outside the boundary of India it is starting. You can identify these two are the main bends in the northernmost part of our country. This is a tributary which has joined this Indus river. You may or may not draw this river, but we will start from here. Okay, so it is entering from here, and this is the smaller bend. We have the Jaskar range here, we have the Ladakh range here. So this river, there is no need to draw this Ladakh and Jaskar range, children. This river will enter in this way, and then it will come in this way and to this part. You can identify this portion of India. So just at this portion, children, it will go to the maximum, and then it will take a U-shaped bend. Before coming out of India, it will form a U-shaped bend in this way, and then it will continue its journey in twist and turn, and then it will move southward. Now, if you can identify this bend, children, of Rajasthan, just in front of this bend, this river Indus is forming distributaries. It is dividing into channels in front of this bend. Now, children, two things are very important while drawing these rivers. The place of origin, the bend through which it is entering, is very important. The bend through which it is coming out. Now here, children, I have said that it is forming a U-shaped bend. This is important, children. So you must keep in mind, it is entering from this bend, and then with little bit of curvatures here and there, you make a U-shaped bend here, and then again it will make twists and turns, and it will come out in this way. And just in front of this bend, it starts dividing into channels known as distributaries. Now coming to the next one, number 2 is Satluj. Now for Satluj river, children, it will start little bit away from river Indus. So in your map, children, you can see this is the place where Nepal is there. So just north of Nepal, and here we are having this Uttarakhand. So this Uttarakhand is here. This is the state of Uttarakhand, little above, little distant from the Uttarakhand area. So it will start from here, and again it will enter from this bend. This bend was for Indus. This bend, see, there is a neck like boundary here. So just little bit above this bend, above this neck like bend, the river enters, and then it is flowing through Himachal Pradesh. Okay, here it is flowing through Himachal Pradesh, and then this river enters into Punjab. Okay, now here, children, you will find below this our Kashmir territory, Kashmir boundary, there is a V-shaped bend in this way. A V-shaped bend is there. Okay, the first V-shaped bend after this Kashmir territory, we have this V-shaped bend. It continues as the other arm of the V. Now in between this V-shaped bend, just in the middle portion of this bend, this river will come out, and it will join the river Indus. So, okay, so above this, north of this bend, north of this, not in front but above this bend, this river this river Satluj will join river Indus. So this is river Satluj, children, and this river Satluj will come out of India from this bend, and it is joining river Indus. This bend is important, children, as well as this bend. As I've said, the bends through which the river is coming in, entering India and moving out of India is very important. So this bend where the river is coming out of India is very, very important. Now the third river, that is the Ganga river. So Ganga river is quite a huge long river. So here, children, you can easily identify this bend of our Uttarakhand. So here we will draw a small V. One represent the Alaknanda river, the other represent the Bhagirathi river. Now, here children, we will draw a small tummy like structure. Okay, here it is tummy like structure. You can see it is little bit in a diagonal location from this point. Okay, so here it is bit a V-shaped tummy like structure, and then this river is not entering into Madhya Pradesh, neither it is entering Delhi, because in Delhi we have Jamuna, we do not have Ganga. It is not entering into Rajasthan as well, children. So, and then it forms a little bit U-shaped bend. After this tummy like thing, it forms a U-shaped bend, and again little bit it lowers. Okay, little bit it lowers. Again it is forming a U-shaped bend. It is like forming a U-shaped bend and entering into Bihar. See, here it has formed a U-shaped bend. One U, this is the second U. Then it has gone down and forming another U-shaped bend here. And then it enters Bihar through this bend and flows in this way. Again it makes a small U at this corner. If you go to children Bhagalpur and Munger, you will find that Ganga is flowing bit northward in this part. It is not flowing southward, it is rather flowing little bit of northward, and then it enters into Bangladesh. This is the border of Bangladesh. This is Bangladesh boundary, and then here it enters and continues roughly diagonally to this bend. Here children, where it is entering into Bangladesh, just draw a straight line, a rough straight line, not a straight line, little bit bending is there because it's a river which is shifting its course. So this is the Hooghly river, which is the distributary of river Ganga. Okay children, so first we have done the Indus river, which starts from here, continues its journey, enters through this bend and continues its journey between Ladakh and Jaskar range, makes a U-shaped bend here and then comes out. Secondly, we have this Satluj river, which starts its journey from this part, enters at this bend. This is the neck part of India, enters our Himachal Pradesh, then into Punjab and come out through this V-shaped bend. And then we have the Ganga river. Here there are two rivers, Alaknanda and Bhagirathi. This is Uttarakhand, and then it forms a V-shaped bend. Little bit it is swelling. Here see, a V-shaped, not V-shaped, I will say U-shaped bend. U-shaped bend it has formed here in this way, and then again it has formed one inverted U. Again it has come southward, flowing southward, and again it is flowing northward. Here also it has formed a very smooth V-shaped bend, enters Bihar in this way, and then here little bit it is forming a U-shaped bend, entering West Bengal and then coming out of West Bengal into Bangladesh and then into Bay of Bengal. Here we have the Hooghly river, which has come out in this way. So children, this much is there for the Himalayan river system. So at least children, draw these three rivers in the map, and we will draw the peninsular rivers in a separate map. So children, I think you can easily draw these three rivers. I have shown you step by step the entire drawing of these three rivers, and you can easily post it in my personal number so that I can check it, and I can say whether any correction is required in your drawing or not. So please children, keep your work updated, and the next day we will do, coming week we will be doing this peninsular river system. So see you children again. Have a nice day. Do your work very neatly and carefully. Thank you children.